Monks are gorgeous. That's kind of why I'm okay killing the Thawny, because I get to build either my monk or my rogue again.
Swim through all those monsters to get to the bank.
So the Thawny's not going to die, is what you're telling me.
Just so you know, because there's...
I'm not talking to you.
Or you guys will scream at the top of your lungs.
That was not directed at you, my friend.
Give me my
All right, so...
Give me him again.
Heading out on your flight. I'm assuming the rest of the party is waiting behind for them to come back and talk, or are you guys doing something else while they're gone?
I'm
helping the guys in the water.
I'll start going into a trance.
Jump in?
Okay.
I don't know.
You asked about
Like as in sleeping trance?
I am, yeah.
Not have a plan.
Nap?
Nope, I have no plan.
What the fuck?
I don't. What else am I gonna do?
No,
Okay.
Is like 4 hours.
Don't trust me. Don't trust a hoe. Never trust a hoe.
Lexi, anything that you would be doing while they're away?
Don't trust a shitty
stand with somebody.
Never trust a shitty paladin.
Fuck you.
He's the polio paladin.
I'm the polio paladin.
The only ones left up there are Dothrmar, Balok, and
hold the rope and I hold
Bub.
the weapon, or do you want me to hold the rope?
I'll
and you
stand
ready
with
something?
my fellow spellcaster.
All
You sure you don't want to join us in the water?
Yes.
I think it's a good idea.
Balok, you doing anything while they're away? Doing anything while they're away?
Hey, Doc. Can I get a napkin?
I think
Just a short.
Can I get him out of there?
Perfect.
What, out of the water?
Yeah.
I mean, they can climb the rope if they want to. There's not really much that you can.
Yeah, she
I said I took
she
it up
pulled it
before I found out
Oh,
he
you
was in
did?
it, so.
It's
Oh.
her rope.
I said
Good point.
I told you better tie my fucking dagger to it, and you didn't, and then we're on an eagle, so
That's a good point, yeah.
I did say that
Okay.
before
Yeah.
I knew the details, so I can't really revoke it, so sorry, Gyatso.
Yeah.
I have a rope.
No, I heard you mention that you were taking your rope. I wasn't sure 100%.
With my tentacle.
I didn't hear whether you guys had actually replaced it or not, so I wasn't sure.
I'm about to die.
All right, there you go.
I didn't ask
Yeah,
I'll
no,
lasso you.
understand.
With
Can you?
reach.
with my tentacles, I'm able.
I'm gonna do
I'll
well.
be able to scale down and get them.
80 feet.
It's not. There's not a wall. You guys are kind of like.
Yeah.
On a
There's-
ledge.
It's like a. It's like a
It's-
sheer
using
cliff.
spell?
It's not even a matter of that.
No way.
Picture the cavern as if it's almost a cylinder, but not quite,
You're right.
and a rounded top. You guys are like right here. There's like
No way.
there's a whole section of roof and like a wall over here. You're not anywhere near a wall.
That's why when Gyatso said he
It's
was
effectively an opening into the cavern
he's
from
gonna have to
above.
Swim, get to the bank, then climb up the wall.
Climb up a wall and part of a ceiling to get back to the
Through
opening.
all those critters.
Are there critters on
Why would you
Well,
invite
on the
me?
bank.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted a friend.
You
are.
are-
You. No one forced
I assumed he had a plan.
Oh, honey,
No.
Oh,
Cody!
how long
do you
you
mean?
here?
honey.
How many
I
sessions
didn't
has
think
he
he was
only
that
been
fucking
here, like,
Too
dumb.
many to be using that excuse.
That's your brother.
I did not
I've
think
been
he
here.
was that
This is literally
dumb.
my second session.
No,
He
no,
does
no,
not
no.
get to use that excuse.
No, God, you've
I
known
know
him.
he's dumb. but not
You've
that
known him your entire life, and you
How
really.
far
dumb.
to the light?
I know.
I'm sorry?
No,
He thinks
fine.
plans are
How
wastes
far
of
to the
time.
You don't have a light.
You said there was a light in the water.
I know about
There's a number of lights all over the place. Currently, there aren't any of them close enough to you right now. You can see, because of the murkiness of the water, it does transfer light from other places. You can get a generalized sense of the direction where the brighter light is, and that's the best you can do right now. You would know from where your vantage point was above that if you face towards the brighter light and turn immediately around, you'll probably hit the closest embankment.
Athani, let's go. Find that shore. Find those things.
We can
Kill
warm you
them or
up.
fucking talk to them and get out of here.
How are you can't talk to them.
They don't have a language.
Then let's
You're
kill them.
animals.
Well, I mean, you guys don't know whether they have a language
No,
or
we don't
not,
get to kill.
but
Why do you want to kill them?
No, we do not. We do not harm.
but neither one of you have the ability to speak with any creature.
Oh, this is the worst idea ever.
Good job.
Find Steve. Does it work?
You can hide in plain sight.
What are you
Honestly
summoning?
about to make an attack roll on him.
Summoning what?
These things.
Summoning what?
I don't know.
Should summon like a
Exactly.
snail.
No, let him do it and make it a megalodon shark.
How do you know what a megalodon is?
How do you
Because
not
it's a
know what a
Jurassic
megalodon is?
Park.
You think I don't know what a megalodon?
No.
Why do you
Really?
sound puzzled? What? It's a prehistoric extinct shark that was the largest predator in the world. The fuck? How do you not know what that is?
I do know what that is.
Okay, so
I
why
was
are you
just
so-
confused.
Not the largest predator in the world.
No, they were.
They were.
They were.
No.
Yes, as far as I'm aware, they
But
were.
when they,
No,
when they were,
there were any number of larger dinosaurs that were predators
The
and were bigger than that.
megalodons.
Not the megalodon. It was bigger
Yes.
than a. It was.
Nope.
My phone. I turned my phone off, so I'm not
Okay,
checking.
okay.
I'm
Anyways,
checking.
back to. I can show you the world.
I'm waiting for everyone else.
Yeah. So anyway,
Art, sing us
I'm
out.
letting everyone else.
Cody
So-
now has a megalodon, right?
No.
I can check that off.
Incorrect.
Shivering splendor.
Dude.
okay. So making your pass on the giant eagle. 40 feet up from the water, correct? Okay.
Good thing everything can jump 60. Shit.
Yay! Shortly into your trip, you start to notice
Cody has a megalodon.
small glowing figures down below you. It's still hard to tell anything substantial about them. Some of them look like they could theoretically be humanoid in shape. Some of them look like they are some form of fish.
They were the. In addition to being the world's largest fish, they may have been the largest marine predator that has ever lived. There's two others that may have been just as large.
Thank you,
Oh, that's
Falco.
fair. That's
I
fair.
thought he looked at me. I think that's what he expected from me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw that you had finished looking, so I was very curious.
Okay.
Because I
that
want to
was
say
from
that I
the-
rememred that there was a type of crocodile that rivaled it,
Right.
and I want to
Oh,
say that
yeah,
there was a
the
type
big
of
ass
Yeah, they used
one.
to have it
and
on
I want to
the
say that there was a
Animal
type of
Planet.
like the lizard form, not quite the plesiosaur, but there was a slightly different version of the plesiosaur that probably rivaled it as well. I want to
Basilosaurid.
say, but again, like it's been a while since I've looked up any of that information.
When you asked my question, or when you asked a question towards me, I'm going towards the closest light. That's not where I came from.
You came from up,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
so you're heading towards the brightest source of light.
Yep.
I'm going in the opposite direction
Why
from
are
now.
we
Fuck
so
you.
far
No,
away that I
fuck
can't
you.
watch?
So you're splitting the party?
Okay,
We
I'm
already did.
so glad that you guys are all over the place on this one.
Okay.
This is a great place to be.
No, don't do that. I hate
So-
it when you do that with your
He
hands.
hasn't pulled dice out yet.
Is
Shut
it
up.
everyone roll?
James.
Yes.
Going off topic, the megalodon is largest by mass at 70 tons.
Okay.
The sperm whale is second at 57 tons.
Can you imagine
Intriguing.
that?
But
I mean,
by
they have
by
a heart
raw
the size of a
length,
Volkswagen.
megalodon's third.
That's
Okay,
literally
intriguing.
140,000 pounds.
That's 70 tons of mass.
Oh, it's
I'm gonna
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I'm gonna
Absolutely
laugh my
ridiculous.
ass off.
Right
insane.
behind your mom.
Okay.
Cody,
My mom actually is probably about like half a pound now since she's decomposed.
Cody, I'm going to laugh my
More like
ass
Oogie
off
Boogie.
if he
She
just
looks
says
fluffy,
you
but it's
swim
really
into a
bugs.
giant brain.
Right.
You're gonna laugh your ass off?
Except the tumors.
No, you're
they're
gonna
still
start massaging the brain.
No, because I'm going the opposite direction from him.
there. All right. So
I know.
we'll deal with you two in a minute.
I don't know why I'm doing what I'm doing, but let's just do it.
R and Arkin.
I have no fucking clue why I call it.
Don't-
Dibs on a lap.
Magical pony fly
You
through the
would
sky.
Titanic it.
I just
So-
cut that.
I don't know why I'm eating.
So it's not a tremendous number of creatures,
Yeah.
but there's not an insubstantial number of them.
I forgot about the creatures.
Some of them look of a medium size, similar to like the size of a human, though not all of them even resemble like the shape of a human. It's hard to really tell shapes from up above.
Yeah, we heard humanoid and fish.
For people.
Some of them look like they might be humanoid, some of them look like they might be fish, some of them look like there could be any number of other like crustacean forms. It's hard to really get a good sense of what they look like from above. Flying for another several hundred feet, you start to see on the outskirts some of the larger forms.
How large is large?
Megalodon.
Pretty large.
70 tons.
They're not distinct unless you want to fly closer towards them to get a better look at them. They're not distinct.
Not enough to get any general shape.
It could be whale shaped. It could be.
That's up to you. You're taking kind of the bigger risk out of shooting things.
It's hard. It's a large mass, but they're no brighter than anything else. They're not moving particularly fast. Everything that you've seen so far seems to be moving fairly sedately. There's no fast movements. There's no hunting movements. They all seem to just kind of be sedately moving along their path.
Until we drop 20 feet and trigger a frenzy. Alright, so.
I mean, getting a closer look may not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
That way we could actually see what they are and get a better judge of whether or not they are a threat.
How much
They're
further
anti-air
down
cannons.
you want to go?
We're at 40 feet right now.
Wanna
For
do
the
it by
glory
10
of the
feet?
Empire.
10-foot increments, I think.
10-foot increments.
Just straight Warhammer.
And you're still lightly holding the rope.
They can
so
control
you'll be
the water.
open. And I still
Down,
have my
like,
little
are you getting
water.
lower or are you getting just further back in the cavern?
Was it we couldn't see it because they were down, or we couldn't see them because they were further out?
Because they were further out.
You want to go?
A lot of the larger forms seem to be
Oh, there's large.
on par-ish around where that central light is.
How much total further are we talking? Are we talking about the 600 feet roughly from where we started, or?
No, you're talking probably another 1,1600 feet back from where you're at right now. From where you are, because moving several hundred feet around this side, that large central, the brightest central
Closer in
light
the center.
is not in the center of the cavern, but closer towards the back edge
Okay.
of the cavern.
You want to risk it? My
No.
bow only hits 600 feet.
If they're that far out and they're not any closer, I doubt they're a threat.
It might not even be a threat. It could be the mollusks that we're looking. Our hint.
I'm dead.
Maybe.
Cody,
No,
did you
I
bring
We
your
think-
can
card
always
today?
do another loop later.
Did you
Let's
bring your
try
card
and
today?
let's complete the loop that we're doing now.
Yeah.
In
Cody,
worst
did you
case
bring an
scenario, we can
extra
always go out
blank
again.
character sheet
I
today?
think not a bad idea would be to go back closer to the shore.
There's one in your-
Cody, did you bring an extra pair of underwear today?
And
Yes.
Cool, because you're about to shit your britches.
The best answer that could have been. The best answer that could have
Did
been.
they say it was small?
This is gonna be like that 1v1 all over again, but it's gonna be me and you, Cody.
Okay, so-
Predatory issues like that.
What are you guys doing?
We're not going.
Were you reaching for the chips?
No,
Yeah.
why?
I was literally not kidding.
Why did this happen?
I can literally smell them.
Sorry.
What?
Do they smell good?
No,
It
God
does,
no.
it's more of a mental thing, but the
Those are
smell is still
brand
there.
new.
All right, so what are you two doing?
we are not going to go out any further. Instead, we're going to finish completing our loop.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever
Touch
we
base
get back
with the
more
bird.
towards the shore area, we're going to dive a whole lot lower and just check out the bottom around that area just to see if we can't spot any of the small mollusks.
Let us specify. A whole lot lower does not mean a whole lot lower. We're going to do 10 feet increments, so we're going to try and go about 30 feet above the water.
Wait.
Well, you guys are about 40 feet now.
Yeah, so we're
Above
gonna
the water.
10 closer,
Until we can actually see what we're looking for.
Okay.
or at least.
So
10
you're finishing your circuit around this way, heading back
Yeah,
towards
and-
the rope.
While we're heading back towards the party, we're going to
Mhm.
drop about 10 feet lower and
Mhm.
hopefully maybe catch something that looks more mollusk along the edge.
Okay.
Or get an idea of something that's going to eat the rest of the party that's in the water.
Okay.
Maybe.
He says as he chuckles to himself.
Check out this giant whale thing.
All right. While you two are completing that circuit, Bubkus.
I am going to wake early from my trance and start a fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get much trance in because
Yeah,
I mean
it's
they've
like
only
5 minutes.
I think he's doing it for story and not for actual rest.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was gonna do. No, the fire is in case they lose their light, they have some way to get back.
Well, that's a good point. That's. I mean,
Smart idea.
Come
Yeah,
with
because the
spider
opening
shot.
itself does not naturally put off light,
Yeah.
nor does like any rope or anything that would have been
Yeah.
hanging down. So yeah, it would be difficult for them to find the opening without. So that is not a bad idea.
I'll help him.
Um,
Start the
there's
fire.
not a ton of you don't have a ton of material with you.
What's in the explorer's pack?
You have torches and stuff like that. You have stuff that you can make some light with.
Yeah, just,
So-
just even if it's just a glint, just something that they can hold. in their mouth.
Yeah. You feel fairly comfortable that putting about 3 torches around the opening would be probably enough to give an ambient light. The cavern itself is dark, so any light's obviously going to show pretty well.
Aside from what's on the surface of the water, but they're obviously not gonna fit
Correct.
that.
I do have to use the bathroom, so if we would like to pause for just a minute and then come back and kind of finish this up.
Oh,